While you're at it, a huge round of applause for this beautiful woman. It's Blossomandbuttercups!
If you had told me this time last year that I would be entering this competition and would be willingly opening up about my mental health, I would have laughed at you and then cried, as the feelings of shame, guilt, failure, and embarrassment overwhelmed me. When you visualize a pin-up icon, who do you see? I certainly didn't think I'd be working towards it this time last year, but then I realized that one of the biggest pin-up icons of all time struggled in the way that I do. Betty Page was a hell of a woman, but not many people realize that she suffered from mental health issues all of her life, because she wasn't alive during a time when people wanted to know about the reality behind the cheeky, coquettish image. But times have changed, and I think the public now are more receptive than ever to understanding one another. In fact, I think that being open about our vulnerabilities is something we need to help young people grow into strong, happy individuals. I believe my talent is to help those who are struggling in the way that I did. Let me tell you why. For the longest time, I didn't want to be alive. My child and adolescenthood was turbulent and at times traumatic, and by the time I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, depression, and anxiety, I wasn't allowed to be in a place on my own, for fear that I would do something to myself. That fear was a valid one, as I'd been pulled out of school because I couldn't eat without throwing up. I was a regular self-harmer, and I had tried to end my life twice. My moods continually went from being horribly manically high to agonizingly low on a daily basis. The only thing that could elevate me from all of this was my love for the early 20th century. Reading the novels and watching the movies and listening to the records was both my heaven and my hell. Being immersed into that time brought such happiness, but knowing that I couldn't go back and live then often led me to believe that I shouldn't be alive at all. 16 therapists, 10 years, 3 further suicide attempts, and 1 bout on a psychiatric ward later, I'm finally in a space where I can manage my emotions better and be kind to myself. I know what my triggers are, I know where they've come from, and most importantly, I've learned how to stay safe when I'm not in a good way. Today, I'd like to invite you to watch a personal photography project on the screen that I made for this competition, to show the contrast between the pin-up girl that people see and the reality of how I am when my mental state is bad. I hope to convey the extent to which a silent illness can affect an individual in their everyday life, and to highlight the stigma attached to mental health issues often leads people to do everything they can to hide it. I also want to help diminish the shame and embarrassment caused by that stigma. With everything that I've learned, I've realised that my love for the early 20th century doesn't have to be restricted to an impossible fantasy. I've embraced the part of me that does vintage and the pin-up scene, but in a healthy way. Now, I'm on my way to building something bigger, which is what leads me here. I want to use my experiences to help others, and I've found a way to combine this with my love for pin-up. At the moment, I have a blog that uses the story of Alice in Wonderland in every post as a metaphor for the madness that is my mental health journey. My Instagram page focuses on my love for the 1940s and 50s style, but also promotes my blog and offers snippets of how hard things still are sometimes, or if I've made progress, so that anyone who finds me because of my victory rolls or my outfits can get a more three-dimensional impression of the girl behind the look. I currently have nearly 30,000 followers, and I'm receiving messages on a nearly daily basis from individuals saying how much my honesty is helping. I also volunteer for Mind UK on a weekly basis and make donations to the charity with money raised from pin-up design artwork that I create. I am trying to break the stigma of mental health issues by using my style and creativity to be open about my struggles. I want to show that mental health issues do not have to stop a person from following their dreams. My dream is to become Miss Pinup UK. I want to be the face of celebrating the beauty and style of the era, but I also want this to be a platform for mental health positivity and support. I want to raise awareness. I want to educate. I want to celebrate mental health support amongst Pinup lovers, and I want to raise money for a worthy cause. Most of all, I want to show anyone whose mental health has made them think that they'll never be what they want to be, that they can do it. I am here to encourage that. I am here to help as many people as I can. I am here because finally, I am ready.